assume anything, guys. Don't ever assume anything. All right. Fact. Don't ever assume anything. Okay. And this is something I had to learn over the years, just growing up. I always want to ask questions just to make sure. All right, because it's better to be on the same page than to assume something and then to be disappointed at the results at the end. All right. So never assume anything. Always ask questions, always clarify, make sure. And that's just so you can have a peace of mind at the end of the day. Like, we're all working and living just so we can have a better way of life. I feel like that's the end goal, right? Everybody's doing what they can so they can live the life that they imagine or they see themselves living, right? So never assume. Never assume. Okay? Never assume. Always make sure. And the more you do that, the more comfortable you are asking questions, asking people questions. Like, it's going to be better for you. I don't I don't want to play that game. It's almost like playing Russian roulette, you know? I'd rather not assume. I want to know for sure. Like, what's good? What we doing? All right? Um, are we gonna do this? We're not gonna do this. You gonna have the money? You're not gonna have the money. Are we making plans to go somewhere? Or are we not going somewhere? We have to be on the same page, and that's not just with a relationship. Well, I'm not gonna say relationship. That's not just with an intimate relationship. That's with anything. Like being grown, you gotta make sure. That's why if you notice, like if you're working for a company, right? There's always a work schedule. There's always a work schedule. And it's a work schedule for a reason because we want to know who's going to work at this time, who's going to work that time. We need to know because now set people we can set people's work schedules along the time of when a shift starts or when a shift finishes, right? We're not going to assume. And before you even start working, they let you know hours may fluctuate, but we will notify you ahead of time. Like, yeah, don't assume because it's gonna make you upset. So today I had a haircut today, and I was doing, I was planning on doing a free haircut today anyway, uh, just for this one individual, and they had let me know yesterday. They asked me could they get a cut, and I was like, yeah, I'll let you know when. So I let them know, look, you can come on Thursday. So today's Thursday, and they definitely came. He was like, well, my friend's birthday is on Friday. He want to know, can he get a cut too? I was like, your friend is not going to want me to cut his hair because I charge too much. And he was like, well, how much? I was like, well, I start 50 and up. He was like, oh, he said, I be telling him, you know. Um, but going back to the text message, he asked could he get a haircut. I was like, yeah, I'll let you know, but I got you. Why all black rappers sound like? Why all black sound like all black? Have more accents like GTA rapper. I don't know. But anyway, make a long story short, um, he asked could he get a cut, and I told him yeah he could get a cut. I told him I got him, but I don't got your friend. Your friend gonna have to pay. Anyway, he was like, he said, "Oh, okay, cool." So he came. So he got a cut and everything, and I didn't think I was cutting the friend hair because I never did get any message about him coming and getting a cut. But he came in and everything. So as soon as he got out the chair, the friend got jump in the chair. So me, I'm like, well, okay, well maybe he got the message and he knew that he was gonna have to pay that $50. Man, I stayed another hour, and after I finished cutting this man's hair, he pulled out $25. I do not cut hair for no $25, but that's my fault. That's my fault. You know why? Because I assumed I didn't ask. I didn't ask. So never assume. And there's been plenty of other situations. I had another situation this week, but I'm not gonna go into detail because I need to go on my other channel. But that's just a big. That's a story, and a recent example that's something that just happened. That's one of my pet peeves. I never like to assume, and I assumed today. I dropped the ball, guys. So I'm just letting y'all know, if you don't want to be disappointed, you know, never assume, ask questions. Why not? I speak English and understand it, but I can't understand anything from black people. Their accent is very tough, and they speak very fast. White speak slow. Okay, bro. All right, cool. But anyway, yeah, never assume anything. Always ask questions. That way, you're on the same page as that individual. Okay. You always want to be on the same page as a person. And when you're on the same page, you can really get things done, at a nice in a nice time frame, honestly. Okay? So I just feel like I wasted a lot of time. I could have been home, got my workout done, and I still could have got more things. Like now I'm in a rush for time. I have to go literally in a few minutes, and I'm headed back to the barbershop. So my time is so valuable now. When I was younger, I didn't realize how much time is valuable until you really start having more responsibilities added onto your plate. But now, since I'm in my 30s, like I already know how valuable time is. I do not play around with that time. I don't play. I don't play around with time. So that's one reason why I tell people, and this live is titled "Never Assume Anything." Never assume. Ask questions. Right? Ask questions. And whenever you do that, you're developing a peace of mind for yourself, you know? So just think about that. Never assume anything because it's going to help you out in the long run, guys. Look, it's Philip Randolph. It's been 10 minutes to vent this live broadcast. We've been talking about never assuming anything. And guys, I might honestly make this a podcast for sure, for sure. I don't know. But yeah, it just all depends. And I apologize, things been rushed. I'm gonna have some time with y'all, like some early time, probably next week. It might be this weekend where I can just vent for like an hour, maybe. But I've been so busy, so I have to break it up, you know. But yeah, never assume anything. Ask, and once you ask different questions, like you gain clarity on the situation that's at hand. Okay, nobody likes to be left in the dark. So just think about that. Until next time, like, share, subscribe so you can stay notified. And I'm out.